Still learning, still curious, Sharleen and Dwayne's epic quest through EC&I 834. In a realm where knowledge flowed like an endless river, two intrepid seekers, Sharleen and Dwayne, embarked on a quest through the mystical course known as EC&I 834, online and blended learning. Guided by the wise sage doctor Katia Hildebrandt, they ventured into the enchanted forest of digital pedagogy, armed with curiosity, caffeine, and the faint hope that learning could once again be magical. Their journey began in the Valley of Introductions, where they forged alliances with fellow adventurers through Discord channels and blog posts. "We stand at the threshold of a grand odyssey," Sharleen proclaimed, her voice echoing through the virtual realm. Dwayne grinned. "Let's keep each other sane," he typed in their shared channel, and the pact was sealed. Week 2. The Forest of Blended Learning. They ventured into the Forest of Blended Learning, where trees whispered of challenges and opportunities. Blended learning is like a chimera, Dwayne mused, a creature of many forms, each offering its own magic. In blog scrolls, they debated definitions, dissected models, and conjured reflections. Sharleen likened the approach to jazz, structured yet improvisational. Dwayne critiqued high flex as both liberating and chaotic. Their comment sections, once quiet, began to hum with interaction and insight. But behind the trees lurked their arch nemesis, learning curve and technology, a many-headed beast that feasted on poor Wi-Fi, login errors, and plug-in compatibility issues. Week 3. The Labyrinth of Design. Armed with the ADDIE model, analyze, design, develop, implement, evaluate, they pressed on. Sharleen, the planner, mapped a course prototype for adult learners exploring career transitions. Dwayne, the storyteller, designed for young professionals engaging with personal branding and digital expression. Together, they sketched out their shared project, PR 2025-222, Personal Branding, Image, Etiquette, and Protocol. "This isn't just instruction," said Sharleen, sketching out user flows on a digital scroll. "It's transformation." Week 4. The Cave of LMS. To continue, they had to brave the cave of LMS, where learning management systems like Moodle, Canvas, and Google Classroom tested their resolve. They experimented with tools like Lumi and H5P, embedding interactive elements that sparkled like enchanted artifacts. Dwayne compared platforms to sneakers in. Google Classroom is the converse of LMS, basic and sturdy. Canvas, sleek and powerful like Nike's, and Moodle, somewhere in between. Though the cave echoed with errors and confusion, they emerged victorious, with a functioning prototype and a newfound respect for usability. Weeks 5 to 8, the creator's crucible. With course profiles complete, they began building modules. They didn't just sprinkle in quizzes. They built a simulation game using Lumi, where learners navigated choices and branding dilemmas. Sharleen conceptualized a chatbot tutor, affectionately dubbed Chuck, that could answer learner questions and simulate coaching conversations. The feedback was mixed. "More reflection time," one reviewer suggested. "Consider accessibility features," said another. One reviewer praised Charleen's site. "I appreciated the usability of your site, with its simple yet complex design." They refined their prototype, polishing it like a gem. Week 9 to 10, the echoes of equity. As the full moon of mid-semester rose, a hush fell across the realm. The theme, equity and access. The duo examined their course with new eyes. Sharleen realized she had unintentionally excluded learners with visual impairments. She familiarized herself with the WCAG guidelines, which provide a framework for making web content accessible to people with disabilities. Dwayne remembered a former student who struggled with internet access. He ensured most activities had an offline version and removed bandwidth-heavy elements. Equity isn't an add-on, he wrote. It's the foundation. Week 11 to 12, the summit and the stars. They recorded a screencast walkthrough of their course, guiding viewers like narrators of an ancient legend. Their final reflection was a co-authored video summary, complete with inside jokes, animated transitions, and an Easter egg cameo from ChatTutor. The real magic, Sharleen said in the video, was the discovery that online doesn't mean impersonal. Dwayne added, "We thought we were just building a course, but we built a community." Week 13. Reflections and Farewells. The final battle with learning curve and technology came in the form of a corrupted link on submission day. Panic, frantic re-uploads, one last-minute screen-recorded walkthrough. But they prevailed. As their peers reviewed their simulation and chatbot, feedback poured in like applause from a grateful village. Engaging, thoughtful, playful, and practical echoed across the digital halls. Dwayne looked out into the virtual landscape. "We turned our nemesis into our teacher," Sharleen nodded. "And we're not done yet." With that, the course closed, but the story didn't end. Together, Sharleen and Dwayne walked forward, not just as educators, but as quest-born creators, still learning, still curious, still human.